I had put it is that sustainability comes with some value shifts, fundamental shifts in values, and one of which is particularly an emphasis on collaboration and cooperation. And in our current business models, there is a reliance on competition and proprietariness of information. And I at least think that's one of the hardest nuts we have to crack. How do you push through, particularly working inside a company sector or a product line sector, and then have this warm, fuzzy, wonderful, we're going to share information, we're going to do all of this, and then at the same time, much of your differentiation absolutely depends upon some proprietary aspect of information that you have or in terms of a product line. So that, and then the way this other person asked, what's your company's most vexing or challenging issue in the area of sustainability? And one other question that was similar to this, and you can answer any of the three, is a tension between how do you achieve, is there a push or a pull with your respective executives, shareholders, or members? So where does it come, the leadership, the vision thing? So
I think that it's important to understand that to go forward with sustainability initiatives, which have existed in BASF for a long time, requires a lot of balance. You have to balance the interests of everyone, of all your stakeholders, of the public, of your compliance efforts with government, and of your internal processes to continue the effort into the future and continue to have it be meaningful, understood, and effective. So for us, it's more, there's not one single thing that I can point to say this is the most difficult thing. What I can say is what we had said before, that it's been an effort for a very long period of time in many facets of what we do. And the effort has to be put behind it, which it is, to continue it into the future in the most meaningful way so that, it's carried downstream. We supply to P&G, who supplies to Loblaws. Probably some of our fabric and materials is in what's in the Mountain Equipment material as well. So everywhere we look, we see all kinds of opportunity and all kinds of technological innovation that we can contribute to. The issue is the balance. And how do we move it forward?
Anyone else? Peter?
Sure. I mean, the most vexing issue, I think, the area that you mentioned around competition versus collaboration is a key one. How do you get sort of quantum change? And as BASF said, one of the opportunities for collaboration is up and down the chain. And that's clearly, working with your suppliers, that's clearly an area where there isn't the competition. There's a lot of collaboration. For example, we work with suppliers, packaging suppliers, on, for example, putting recycled plastic inside blown bottles. Worked with them to develop the technology and then made it freely available to the whole packaging chain so that any of our suppliers could use that technology. So it actually got it built into the system. The other area you're saying is sort of horizontal competition between companies. Mm-hmm. There are good examples where we've managed to get together and actually get round that. I talked about compacted products. Certainly in Europe, there's been a whole sequence of moves into more and more compact products that has been worked through the AASE, which is the European Soap and Detergent Industry. So everybody has moved together. And so the whole market there has moved. So you can get this sort of market transformation, sometimes by companies alone doing it, sometimes by agreements with governments around energy labelling and things of that sort. So it is possible to actually move the market quite effectively through collaboration with in industry associations. As the comment about is it push or pull, I think one of the key challenges is the issue of trade-off. And if we really want to get sustainability in there, we have to find a way to have no trade-offs. Consumers want products that perform and give them good value, and they want them to be green. It's not either or. And the real challenge is how do you actually be creative? How do you find the way to do that, to get the both and, as opposed to saying you can have this, but it will cost you. You can have this, but you'll have to make do with the worst product. And that's the key, I think, is getting that mindset of it's both and, no trade-offs.
Okay.